Hey, everybody, for those coming in. Hold on one second. I'm adding electronic mediums link to my description. I just know somebody told me about this yesterday, but then I forgot. I've been so like just but it's like, well, I electronic medium emailed me today and sent me a link, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot we need to watch this. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Colby, cool gamer. Who said what? Georgette. I've been waiting for the stream. Yeah, I knew I had to come live to just like, at least like let you guys know I'm okay. I have to get some. I can't be on that long today because I really have to figure out this car situation. I'm supposed to return that U-Haul tomorrow. So I would like to find a vehicle replacement in the next 24 hours, but might have to see if I can extend the rental of the U-Haul I haven't been driving it. It's just sitting in the driveway. But it's only $20 a day. But still, it's only the expensive part is the mileage. And I haven't been driving it. Hey, country girl, crazy mom, Dottie, lip lock, Julie. Yeah, my voice is still like, I'm so out of the loop. What's going on? You guys, I haven't watched anything. Like, it's like I've been gone a year. I don't know what's really going on in the Quentin case, except I heard that Dolly was arrested today or something, supposedly. I don't know what's going on with Summer Wells or the corruption in Hawkins County. Ever since the, morning I found out Jim was in the hospital, yeah, I haven't got done anything. I wish I went to the oldest Sassy, but unfortunately, in this case, I don't know. It's either way. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I'm not. I've made a final decision along with family not to go to the funeral. Several of us were going to go, but like I said, I don't know. There's just, I don't want to go there if it's going to cause issues. And everybody's like emotions are high and are not thinking very clearly. And I'm not really trying to make anything worse for anybody. Sometimes I have to be the bigger person a lot of times because most people will not, just surrender or be like, whatever, you win, Thank you, Debbie. Oh, I hate migraines. Headaches are the worst. Speaking of, that just reminded me. Do you know Jim said he's never had a headache. That's what he told me. He said he has never had a headache. I'm like, what? Or wait, was it Caitlin that said that? I don't know. I've never heard Jim ever say he has a headache. Actually, I don't think he's ever got one. No, that's right. He said he never has had a headache. I'm like, what? How is that possible? Oh, thank you. So what? I mean, I'm not one of those. I'm not a vindictive person. I'm also definitely not like a prideful person or one that has to be right all the time or has to get. No, I don't have to, especially when it comes to serious situations like this. um I love most of his family. I love his, I mean, seriously, all of them. I love his family. And only one in particular have I ever had an issue with, out of his huge family. He has a huge family. And so I know, I mean, I'll talk to a few of them once things like, maybe in a few weeks after things like get settled, because yeah, the one I would really like to keep a relationship with is his mom. um I would love to help her out. um Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, I always have these cards sitting here and I always shuffle. They're those tarot cards I made, but sometimes I'm just sit here and just shuffle them for some reason, like just like um 3 headaches, really? Yeah, Elizabeth, it's fine though. Jim knows, like, I'm seriously very content, like, in my heart with um I'm seriously, I don't know, guys. I don't understand it. I really don't understand what's going on. Like, as far as I expected, you know, to feel like I did a couple days ago for like a couple months. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be horrible. Because I was just like comparing it to the depression I had, like with, the earlier this year or whatever. I'm like, oh, this is going to be worse because, it's, really one of the worst things I've experienced. But, so it's very strange that I don't feel like that. I feel like, I mean, occasionally I'll get sad and, but overall, like, I'm really at peace. And it truly did happen as soon as it was like when he passed. I don't understand. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I know it seems spiritual to me, but I don't know. At the same time, I'm also a realistic person. I'm like, I just wasn't expecting to be okay. Like, as far as not like debilitating depression. Izzy, she's not answering the phone. I mean, she's going through so much right now, and I don't want to, then I'd have to explain why I wasn't going and stuff. And I'd have to get into family drama, and I just don't want to put that on her right now. I'm sure she's heard it through the grapevine, but she knows me, and no way. She knows. She knows Jim, how Jim felt about me, and many people, she would definitely know his mom. So, and she's very well aware of the shenanigans that go on with some of the family members, like as far as with greed and stuff. It's been something talked about since beginning, since I first met Jim. And it's been very apparent and discussed millions of times and brought up. That could be it. You know, honestly, too, I'm afraid, first of all, I don't want to see him in the casket. And also, I'm afraid, I feel like if I was going, which I would go, and this wouldn't stop me, but I feel like it would set me back as far as emotionally. But I still was planning on go no matter if it was, even if I thought it was going to make me feel worse or whatever, because I really wanted to write something for him, you know, and put it in his casket. I was going to read it. I was going to write him a private message to put in his casket. And then, you know, also the message that I read. So it's going to be, that's what I was wanting to do. But I could still do that. Like, if there is like a life after death, he's gonna hear me no matter where I'm at. Like I don't have to be like near his physical body for him to hear. Okay, so like after he's buried, you know, I can go to the cemetery myself and nobody around and just talk to him and read what I wanted to read. Yeah, we were going to make a blanket. Like, so Jim was kind of a little bit of a whore when he was younger, and he has 3 baby mamas. Really, 4 technically. One of them was when he was very young, and the child was given up for adoption. Another one was the product of in today's world would be completely illegal. I mean, very, very illegal. He was the paper boy of this woman, and she was in her mid-30s, and he was 14, and she was also married, and he got her pregnant, but he was a child, and that relationship was strained because of that situation. And he has twins by another mom, and then that he was married to, and then his first wife, he had a son and a daughter. And let's see, where is it? Healthy, healing, and normal. But yeah, we said goodbye though when we saw him. I can't go. If me going, guys, I promise it's the right decision not to go. I promise you. It's a done decision. It's not like anything that's it's pretty much final, unless, you know, I hear from family and, you know, but besides that, otherwise I want to leave it I want to leave the family. It's important for me to not think of myself, but to think of what's best for Jim's memory. He was a bit of a whore. Cried really hard for a few days, but for the next 18 years, now I feel her with me. Isn't that weird, Vixen? Oh, thank you. Who said what? Shocked when my dad passed, but I did leave a little note for him. Those early days are just incredibly hard. I know, right, Michelle? And good to see you, by the way. Yeah, Cindy. And there's some I can't talk about on here, okay? I did talk about way too more than I should have. I didn't say I made the right decision. I read for those who were not here because it happened in like the wee hours of the morning or super super late at night, however you want to look at it. I was about to go to sleep last night. Well, this morning, however you look at it. And I always read through my phone and I got a notification that I had a message request on Facebook and I saw it and it was like this very, 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 very long message. Basically of a woman claiming to be a mod and a member of my channel since the beginning. But yet, they were just like, oh my God. They were just critiquing my every single move the day after Jim's passing. And it's in like talking about how, erratic it was and stuff. I'm like, duh, once again, do you understand it was something that happens like once in a lifetime. There is things that can happen in people's lives that make them emotionally like break. It doesn't mean like, oh, you're like that all the time, but she was critiquing my every move and claimed to be like this big supporter. Okay. Longest email ever or message ever. I mean, we didn't even get through it yesterday. I mean, I haven't even read it all. I started reading. I read the first like few sentences and I'm like, nope, I'm not. I'll read this live because I'm not afraid of anything that's in that. And because I don't, you guys, if there's something I don't want you to know, I just don't tell you. Take it as lying if you want. But if that was true, then every creator lies to you because they don't tell you everything about their lives. So, yeah, just like once again, that day it was, oh my God, it's the worst freaking day almost of my life. I feel like it was bad. So yeah, maybe we'll take a look at that here after we do this and finish that email or that message, just in case anybody else seems to be confused on. I mean, and the message was so like incorrect. Everything they said was so off. Like none of it was like exactly right. Like everything was a little bit twisted. I'm like, how can you be this big of a supporter that you say you are and a mod and just like act like you're been the biggest supporter ever? How you wanted to, I remind you of your sister. You want to be, it made you feel really close. Well, then how is it that everything you wrote in that letter was completely inaccurate? It feels like, I don't know, the person, to me, it feels like it was an intentional try to make me feel worse because who would send that like, 2 days after, what I went through. It just didn't seem right. Like none of my mods here would do that. Not the ones that are here every day and stuff. None of them would send me something like that the day after or 2 days after Jim's passing. But we did find out the person is definitely, well, I would say definitely in the UK. I'll say 75% chance in the UK and 25% chance in Australia. And it's not anybody that's in here all the time because like it's nobody in here I know it's nobody in here right now that I can see. So I'm not suspecting any of you guys. Don't worry. Any of you guys, UK or Australians, don't worry. If it's not you, I'm not suspecting you because I don't even I know who it is as far as I remember the story that they said, like they told me in the letter, it said something about, oh, I was always drawn to you because you remind me of my older sister. And that story has been told to me before. I remember somebody messaging me about, I don't know how many months ago, 6 months ago, a few months ago or something. And I felt like it was on Facebook Messenger, but usually people used to message me on Discord if there was like a, so I don't know, but I went through my Discord messages and it doesn't seem to be somebody from there that I talked to through there in personal message, because I was trying to find the message where this person was messaging me and they were telling me their concerns about me and some things that bothered them. And, actually we ended up figuring it out and it went great. Like, and she was like, thank you so much for, not like getting mad at me or not, what I mean? She came to me. Okay. But when I got this message, but I can't remember exactly who it was. I remember, so I know I'll be able to figure it out someday. I'll run into it someday. I'm not going to go out of my way, but, but then, okay, what was I saying? It's weird people reach out and tell you what and the thing is, it's like, I'm fine with that. Like, but I always tell you, I mean, don't let it, I think the people that, the people that are like, that I talk to all the time that are in the chat and stuff, like they would just tell me themselves. They wouldn't do it like that. Seriously, they wouldn't have to because they're not afraid of me. You know what I mean? They're not like, they know I'm not who like a lot of people are, what six have tried to portray or whatever, or others. They just know that. But that's why I feel like this one's like one of those fair weather people, like a kind of I don't know, back and forth, like not really a supporter. Probably has been in here and stuff, but not like, it's not like Cindy or Lady CG or like, or Asdork or freaking in any of you guys. Lip walk, you know what I mean? And many of the people were suggesting or think they thought it was like, those people would, some people thought, or a couple people was like, oh, is it Maleficent? Maleficent made a good point, which is, she would just put it, I mean, why would she contact me anonymously? Like, you know what I mean? She's made a video. She would have just made a video. And the person doesn't, they don't speak exactly like as far as their text, like dialect and stuff. This person has like very, very like proper grammar. Their wording that they use is slightly different than USA English. Very slightly. I don't know which one's closer to USA English, Australia or England. But their profile picture on the account, the fake account that they messaged me on, was here, I'll show you guys real quick and then we'll start this video. Because maybe some of you guys, you don't have to stay in the chat. We don't have to call the person out or anything. But if you want to message me, if you happen to know, it's fine. I mean, I don't really care too much. I mean, there is a mod that feels that way, like the stuff that they were saying, that I don't want them as a mod, but I'm not going to go, right now, especially as time of everything going on in my life, I'm not going to go out of my way to hunt them down or anything. You know what I mean? I'm sure eventually it will be. Let's see. Trying to. Okay, maybe I didn't. Where's my phone? Oh. Anyways, the guy's name's Peter Frampton. I'll show you guys. That's who they had as their. Sorry, I was reading a text. Also trying to find this. Has anybody seen Nay, the lady that used to go by NAY3 in the chat? Like, have you seen her recently? By the way, one of Jim's family members is. Oh. Oh. I just saw his obituary for the first time. Oh. I took that picture they used on his obituary too. I have a better picture than that. I could have gave him though, but I'm not going to show it. It's too. Well, maybe not right now. I'm sure people can find it if they want to. Peter Frampton posted us a name you never hear anymore. So I was trying to. Okay. All right, it should be on my computer now. Okay. Sorry, guys. This was the profile. So I did a reverse image search. Which, by the way, guys, don't feel bad if I don't add you on Facebook. I don't add anybody on Facebook from YouTube at all. It's all family. I've just learned my lesson with that, because even ones that I thought, like, man, were my, just big, the closest person to me. And I mean, I've had people turn out to not be who they were, who you thought they were, even though I was like so sure. But yeah, I just leave Facebook for friends, family. As far as real life friends, family. Teresa Russell is the name they used. It was a fake name. And I was like, who is this guy? So I did a reverse image search. And that's how I found out he's Peter Frampton. But so it looks like he's a UK guitarist, singer, and songwriter. And I had already had a feeling that this person was from the UK or Australia by the way they spoke. So this even to me gave me more clues that in fact the person is from UK. Um, all right, let's start to watch that. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen this video, so I might like get emotional a little bit, but don't worry about me, guys. I am doing a lot better. So, you know, I'll let you know if I always do when I'm not. You guys would know. But here's electronic mediums. Rink. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm hearing from people. Samantha, I'm hearing that from people that people like are like a lot of times act way out of character after somebody's death, or you'll see well, I don't either. You'll see their very true selves, or they'll I don't know. I guess I can't say it. You are in. I mean, I was out of character. I mean, I was definitely way, but I don't just suddenly turn selfish or greedy when somebody passes. You know what I mean? I've always told Jim I didn't want anything of his. I wasn't worried about it. I was just the only thing we ever discussed was a car, a place to stay. That's when I was living with him, with the place to stay. But we were just talking at least a couple of weeks ago of this. He was telling me then that his family knew that about the car situation and whatever. But anyways, no big deal. Yeah, I did lose my voice from raging. He was popular in the US back in the day. Yeah, but I know. I mean, just because he's from um, the UK doesn't mean the person's from the UK. I know that, but and I recognize the name, so I know it's some guy. I mean, I know he's world famous, but it just gave me more, just a more evidence that it's likely somebody from the UK. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but I already had a feeling, and then when I saw the UK singer there, I'm like, oh, okay, because of the words they were using. They said one of the things that first caught me is they used the word board. They said, I've been a member and mod of your board since the beginning. It's like, okay, you just outed yourself there. I mean, as far as not being from the United States, because nobody in the United States would ever say something like use that wording. Then there was other words used. Right, country girl? Probably Lana. All right, so here we go. Let's. Oh gosh, I'm probably gonna get emotional. We'll see.
Trying a spirit box session for one of our own, Ziggy, here on YouTube. On October 31st, 2022, on Halloween, she lost her longtime boyfriend named Jim. Today, we're going to try a spirit box session. Hi, spirits, it's me, Judy. Doing an experimental session today for one of my YouTube friends. Her channel name is Ziggy. Unfortunately, her long-term boyfriend passed away on October 31st on Halloween. His name was Jim. His name is Jim. Ziggy, her name is Adrian, and I'm not doxing her. Those of us who have long time known her know her name is Adrian. I have a couple questions because Jim really didn't believe in the paranormal. He didn't believe in being able to communicate from the afterlife. So this session is twofold. We are also looking for information about Ziggy's ring. She is looking for a ring that Jim gave her that she can't find. So we're going to ask Spirit some questions today, and we're going to be using the PSB7 Spirit Box, which is just an AM/FM scanning radio. I'm going to hold it because it seems to work better that way. So here we go. This is an experimental session. I don't know Jim's last name, and it doesn't matter. I know what he looks like. I know Ziggy. So we are reaching out to the spirit realm. Spirits, can you find Jim?
Very first thing I want to comment, I did notice something from very first off. The funny thing, I downloaded this app that I was using it where words would come up and funny kept coming up, and I'm like, what the hell? So that is weird that it mentions funny the first thing, because I was like, what? I go, what the hell is funny? Nothing's funny. Thank you. Yeah, I've been looking for that ring like crazy. I know it's here. I know it's here. I really don't. It would be something Jim would do to, like, when he gets mad, like, to hide it or something. But I don't think, like, I don't know. He didn't take. He would have definitely, if he was going to do that, he would have definitely also taken the cell phone that was on his plan and everything. Like, he didn't. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think he would have known. I remember putting on a chain, and I thought hanging it up somewhere on the chain, but I can't find it.
All right, I'm sorry about the scanning noise. It drives some people crazy, but it's one of my favorite methods of communication. I will be trying it on AM mode, which is a more silent mode, and I will be switching back and forth. Jim, if you're here, we need some validating information that only Ziggy would know. If Jim is here, if spirits were able to find him, Jim, can you give us any validating information that only Ziggy would know? Is there anything that you would like to say to Adrian? Can you say your name?
Did you guys really hear Daddy? Did you hear Daddy? Did anybody hear Daddy? Well, I might do that. I might listen to it again. And they also say sometimes people, a lot of times I've always heard that it can take a while for a a person who just passed to be able to communicate with their loved ones from the other side. Like some people believe like that people aren't able to like automatically communicate. Like I've heard people say it could take like a year or so. You heard Daddy Jim? that would be something like I would say fun to, yeah, that's definitely something I would say to be funny. Yes, definitely. I haven't called him daddy or anything for a long time. Like, but I used to a lot just to be silly, you know? So Daddy Jim is definitely something I'm sure I've called him just before. So yeah. But also at the same time, his daughter call him that. So I mean it's weird to at times, like just not always, but just at times they were really close. 6 months, but there's usually no timing to it. It all depends on your transition. You call your hubby daddy. Yeah. I used to call him daddy all the time. Um, you know, but so yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. Jim, we are looking for Ziggy's ring. If you're here and you can help us, can you tell us where her ring is? Can you see it? Any information would be helpful, please. Fast. Spirits, Jim, if you're here, if you'd like to leave messages, anything you want to say to Adrian is fine. Any messages that you have for her, any information about where the ring might be, we sure would appreciate it. Salute. Soap. Wait, in the soap? What do you mean in the soap? Wallet. Wait, wallet?
Guys, that's the thing. Yes. Yes, that's where it always is in my wallet. It's and well, my purse, but my purse looks like a wallet. It's one of those, I don't like really purses. I always carry those wristlet things. And so, yeah, it would, I mean, at times, might say wallet. Soap also, that is also very interesting because I don't know, like I do feel it's possible. I hung it, laid it in the shower, like set it. I don't know. So yeah, that's funny. That I mean, it's always in my wallet, always, but it's not here. I've dumped it out. I've looked. I've like, oh my god, over and over and over. But if I would find it in my wallet, like at this time, I would like have like a panic attack because I have looked in here like so many fucking times. It's unreal. But what's funny, while looking for the ring today, I did find what is so hilarious while I was looking for this ring, I did find something that I didn't even know I lost. I was like, oh, I found I was looking for it and I found a check from my mom. It was for $50. Like it was for a birthday or something. And I looked at the back and I was like, oh, it's not even endorsed. And it was dated for March of, this year. But they did deposit it. I didn't know if it would be too late because it's been over 6 months, but so I did find something at least. And I know I feel like I will find the ring at some point. Yeah, but there's something I lost. I was hoping it was my Coach glasses, but now the one thing the top of the list is this ring. Okay, let's continue.
Then. Oh my God. Did that say Van? What do you think?
Oh my God, my heart just dropped. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry. I was kind of worried about that. I was worried it was in the van. I don't have the van. They took it. If it's in his wallet in the van or something like that, then that means he took it. I don't think it was in the van. I really, really, really don't. I really, really don't. But that is weird. It says van. That's weird. It kind of freaks me out a little bit. No, I didn't hang it on the mirror in the van. Dude, if it's in the I might not never know. I'm not going to I can't contact them. You feel it's in the house? Like I think so too, but like so weird that it said van. That's so strange. Like I mean, that's the vehicle that was just taken by his kids while I was sleeping was the van. And that's what he would call it too. It's the van. Hey, I'm going to drop off the van. That's. Yeah, it's diamond. Yeah, it is diamond. It's a nice engagement ring. So that's what I'm saying. If the kids found it, I really doubt I would ever get it back. But I seriously don't think Jim took it. I really don't. And also, I don't. I really, really believe it's in this house. I had it on a chain. And actually, Mystical Mermaid's the one that reminded me about the chain. She said chain was the very first thing she saw. And I was like, oh, yeah. You know what? My fingers were swollen and I couldn't get the ring on. So I put it on a chain. But I think I remember the chain breaking or something. Um, So it was just baffling. Yeah.
Do you have any messages for your family about Adrian? Any messages for your family regarding Adrian? Please tell us. Wait, did that say I'm pissed? What? All right, I don't. Wait, wallet? You know, do you have any messages for your family about Adrian? Any messages for your family regarding Adrian? Please tell us.
Ready?
Wait, did that say I'm pissed?
Oh my God, I knew it. That's so weird. That is weird. That is freak. Oh my God, guys, that is weird. Because I did hear that. Did you guys? I did hear that one. It wasn't something like, oh, well, maybe that's what it said. That honestly, that did say, I'm pissed off. I'm Adrian. My name's Adrian. Oh my God. I told you guys, I was on here raging and saying Jim would be so mad. Jim would be so disappointed. He would be so upset. And he does not get upset easily. Like, it takes a lot. But I know this would. I know, because I know him. I know him better than anybody. I know he would be. He loves his kids. But and Jim loved money too, okay? But he wasn't like, he was very generous. He was a generous man. Gosh, that like, seriously, like, whoa. Thank you so much, Electronic Medium. This is crazy.
What? All right, I don't think I can turn it up anymore. I've got it on AM so that the scanning isn't so bad. I swear it just said I'm pissed. Any messages, Jim, for your family regarding Adrian and Caitlin, please? Can you tell us? Special. Special. Did you hear that? Oh my God.
No.
What's the day today? Today's Thursday. His funeral's not on a Thursday. Maybe that was just because today's Thursday. Or when did she film this? Or that was weird. See, Thursday. And it did say special. That was really sweet. I felt that too. I know I'm special to Jim. I'm the most, besides his kids and his mom, I'm the most important person in his life. It's just the truth. I mean, and most wouldn't like debate that. Maybe put it in a windowsill. Oh, I might have to go check in a second because now you're. But man, I'm super interested. I mean, I don't. I'll go now. I feel like I'll go look real quick. It's only going to take me a second because I am curious, but I don't think so. I don't think I would do that. No, not in the windowsill. Not in, at least not in the bathroom. Anyways, I might have hung it. Like I don't know. All right. Hey, electronic medium. We're going over your video. I hadn't listened to it yet. Oh my gosh, like some of this stuff in here is like it's freaking me out a little bit. Like it's crazy. This is so cool. Thank you. Thank you, like seriously.
Hey,
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, that gave me goosebumps. Because that's what he would call me. Babe. That's what that's the if he was going to use a term of endearment, that's what he would use. Yeah, that is kind of weird. Right, dude? Oh, good idea. Maybe I should try to I could try to switch over. Because there might be things like, that you didn't hear or something, like that I'll hear because I, would know what he's talking about. Yeah, it's so strange. Hold on, I'm gonna connect this. So weird. I mean, there's some very accurate things in there. It can't be all that can't be a coincidence. A coincidence. There's too many. And when I'm not even through it. Okay. I'm trying to concentrate to connect these earbuds. Okay, let me see. These wonder if I view more devices. Let's add device. Bluetooth. Okay, how do I get these to? Trying to. My daughter's language is atrocious. Like really gets on my nerves. I get so tired of yelling at her about her freaking language. I mean, because it's like it's not like a little bit bad, it's like obscene. I don't know. Maybe this one's already the one that's connected. If not, I can come back. If this doesn't work, I can come back and listen to it again. It's not that big a deal. That is weird that it said babe. I mean, that's, let me check here. No, it doesn't look like these earbuds are connected. Okay, I'm just gonna continue listening like how I've been. I'll just turn it up. It'll be fine. I'll connect the earbuds to my phone later and re-listen to it to see if I can hear anything else. Oh my God. That's what he would say. That's what I said. I said, poor mom. Oh my gosh. That's something we always say. We always talk about. Because so many of his family members just use his mom, and he was her, like, like, seriously, he was her hero. He was the one that would save her every time. Like she would get, like, they would, mess up her vehicles and wreck them. And, we'd rush to Indianapolis, from West Virginia, and he could buy her a vehicle. And, oh my gosh, I would love to find that video. I know I can find it now. I'm thinking about it. I want to find that. It's got to be saved somewhere in my, in the cloud or somehow. It was several years ago. I took a video of Jim surprising his mom with a vehicle. Oh my God. It was the best thing ever. Seriously. I mean, Jim was so good to his mom. It was really, like, nobody could ever argue that Jim wasn't just, like, the best son that you would ever ask for. I mean, seriously. So that, I mean, she doesn't have favorites or anything, but he was of his, he was special because he was the oldest boy, and by a lot. I mean, he has a sister that's close to his age, but his others and brothers and sisters are like my age. Even one of them's actually younger than me. Yeah, huge age gaps. So yeah, like, oh gosh, I know. Seriously, poor mom. She is the best. I hope, like, I know that she would never. I haven't been able to talk to her, but I know she loves me, and I know she would want me at the funeral too, but there's so much family, just, I don't want to cause issues. And I know Jim knows. Jim's not going to be upset or whatever that I didn't go, if I don't go to the funeral. I mean, when they're in, they don't get upset like that in the afterlife, because they can understand you much better than they could when they were in physical form. So I did look in medicine cabinet. I took everything out, put everything back in. Oh my gosh, I've looked in there like 3 times. Thank you, Rita. Oh, that's just, yeah.
If Adrian tries to reach out to communicate with you, Is there a way that you're going to be able to come through for her? Jim, if this is you and if you can communicate, is there a way you will be able to come through and validate your communication for Ziggy?
Two. Crazy.
Okay, that's a tear trigger. Sorry, I'm losing my voice on top of that. That got me teared up. Sorry, I can't even talk. This is ridiculous. Wow, what a mess I am. Oh my God. Yeah, that would be him. That would be him. Oh my gosh. No. Somebody did a spirit box trying to talk where they tried to speak with Jim, and some things come through that really sounds like it's him. You can listen. I'll show you later. You probably don't want you. It probably scare you. Actually, she gets scared easily. I had the biggest smile. You guys, my face hurts right now. I'm crying, but I'm just so happy. So I'm sad, of course, because it just made me, it's like, I've only a few times in my life ever actually been so happy that I cried like this. Probably only like 2 other times. Maybe like so. Yeah, it's touching, really. That's what he would say too. The words he would use. When it said that's crazy or this is crazy. That was him. And kisses. Yeah, he'd probably say that. Thank you so much.
Okay, that I have to review what I think that said. All right, I'm going to try Necrophonic app. Necrophonic. We're looking for Jim. Maybe this will be easier. I'm not going to use reverb or anything right now. I'm just using Necrophonic. We're looking for information about Ziggy's ring. It almost sounded like she might have found it already. Can you give us information about Ziggy's ring? Where is Ziggy's ring? Jim, if you're here, can you tell us?
Orange. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112. 113. 114. 115. 116. 117. 118. 119.
Sounded like I love you.
Oh my, I'm hysterical. Sorry. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was like serious. Oh my God. Sorry, I can't hardly talk. Oh my God, I've never seen something like, or experienced something like that. Sorry. I'm good. I'm just happy. I'm actually happy. I'm just, that was spot on. Like, oh my God. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that whoever that was talking, whoever that was saying those words, it was meant for me. I can't say for sure it's Jim, but like I think it's like it's from Jim. Cause that's like all that is incredibly accurate. When he said I didn't think this through, that was like, oh my God. Yeah. Sorry. I promise I'm okay. That was like seriously the best gift anybody could give me. And I am so grateful. Sorry. I'm like shaking. It was everything was what he would say. It was my intuition was right. Everything. I knew. It just, guys, like yeah, this is like very eye-opening to me. This is like life-changing, seriously. Thank you so much. I cannot believe how, like, I, oh my God, I can't believe it was like he was just talking straight to me. At one point, when he said he didn't think this through, I responded to him like I was talking to him. Because it was like just the words used, and you know how like there's certain people have certain words, and in the English language there's different ways we can say things, right? Just the wording was spot on, like wording he would use. And it really made me happy, seriously. Especially when he said, "This is crazy." I thank God. I mean, oh my God, what can be better? What can be more amazing than that? Because all you ever want for somebody you care about is to be happy, right? I mean, thank you to Jim and Electronic Medium for sending me that message, because I definitely needed to hear that. I'm sorry, you guys. I mean, I wouldn't be. I'm not like I wouldn't be this emotional if I wasn't serious. I'm not. This is not a game. I truly believe that was Jim talking to me. I do. That was unreal. That's crazy. No, well, my dad was born in Seattle, but I've never been to Washington. We don't have me and Jim don't have ties to Seattle. So I don't know. I can't think of anything about Seattle but like everything that I mean 99.99% of it was like, I mean, maybe we interpreted Seattle. Maybe it was, I don't know. I'll have to listen to it back. I don't know. I do remember when it said Seattle. I don't have any ties to Seattle, except either does Jim, except my dad was born there. And Jim, that wouldn't have been something that I would have told. I mean, I might have told. He probably has heard before, but he wouldn't have remembered something like that. But I know when you're in heaven, you probably remember everything. But still, I no, uh, that wouldn't be something that was probably, if it said Seattle, it was probably from the radio wavelengths or something. Just happened to come through like at that exact moment or something. I don't know. Oh, cruise. Oh, my dad's on a cruise. Oh, that could be very possible. I don't know. Wait, is there a port out of Seattle? Does anybody know? Is there a cruise port? Normally he would go to South Beach. But, he would be somebody to visit Washington because he used to, him and his wife, my stepmom, climb mountains. I don't think my dad really climbs mountains anymore, but um, he, yeah, it used to be something that that's what they, I guess that's fun to them. I laugh because I don't see the fun, but I mean, it is neat when you get up there and you can see the view, right? But I don't like, no, my dad was very physically fit though, and still is. And so is my stepmom. But my dad was born across from Mount Rainier in Seattle. And he climbed that mountain too. There is a cruise port. Okay. If I find out my dad went on a cruise that where the port was, where, at one of the stops was at Seattle or it started at Seattle, I've always known him to go to like I think there's what is it, New York or like Niagara Falls? I don't remember exactly. It's up there in the northeastern area. There's a port, and then there's one in Miami, and usually there is a couple in Florida, actually, I think. And but he would usually go to the Miami one. What electronic medium? That's crazy, yeah. But my dad, I haven't been able to talk to my dad since Jim's passed. I left a message, but um, you know, I I'm sure he knows, and you know, I'm he'll call me as soon as he gets a chance. I'm sure. Oh no no no, Seattle's across the United States. Um, it is weird that he said by the window. That is crazy, guys. If I find it by the window, I swear to God, electronic medium. If you guys wake up tomorrow and no, I'm not gonna say that. Oh, shit, I better not joke about that because that was something that Jim said to me when he was mad at me. That it's so I can't joke and say I was about to say something that now I can't joke about because it actually happened in my life now. I was about to say if you guys wake up tomorrow and I passed away from a heart attack, it's electronic medium's fault because, you know, because if I find the ring by the window, I'm going to freaking have a heart attack. So I can't really joke about that because actually 2 weeks before Jim's passing, when he was mad at me, he said something similar and it was it does bother me at times, but I also know it only bothers me when I'm like highly upset for other reasons when I'm not thinking rationally. But if I can think rationally, and then I know was it was not all me. I clearly know that. But sometimes, we like to blame ourselves and stuff. And yeah, so guys, please never say to your loved ones, if never ever say, you know, if I die, it's your fault. Or if I, you know, never try to get somebody to stay with you by saying things like that. It's actually really horrible, and it really is. Jim definitely wasn't wrong there. Okay, and I'm not saying I don't love Jim as family. It was just not an okay thing to say. I'm so against saying things like that or threatening suicide to get somebody to stay with you. I feel like, you know, you should want somebody to be with you because they love you, not because they want your money or they want, you know, and that's what I would mean, that's one of the me and Jim was much more materialistic than I was, for sure, but he also was very generous at the same time. He was not like a tight, uh I guess he claims he used to be like that, but I don't know how because he was just very free with money. And I mean, he would lay thousands of dollars around me. I mean, when we first just started dating, like he get robbed all the time because he was so like careless in that way. He just didn't care. He seriously didn't. I mean, I can't even count how many times he lost money. I mean, lots of money. I'm talking about thousands. Oh my God. It's funny though, kind of thinking of it, because it's just crazy how many times like he would had it was raw had money stolen from him out of his vehicle because he would leave his vehicle unlocked and he'd leave his, he'd collect rent because he was a landlord for 7 years of our relationship and he'd collect everybody's rent and he'd put the money in his freaking van in the visor and leave the door unlocked. And during that time in that area, we lived in a historical district in Parkersburg, West Virginia. And that around that area, it was a nice area, but like we were kind of like on the edge, like there of near an area that had a high rate of car break-ins. And it had kind of flowed over to our area. And every night these people were coming, going around with backpacks and some on bikes or whatever, or skateboards or whatever, and going car to car, checking doors, see which one's open, and taking whatever they can of value, your change, everything. That happened to Jim so many times. He's one of those type of people that like never learns their lesson. Like it's it used to frustrate me so bad, but now it's funny, and I feel like he's laughing right along with me because like now he's in a place where he can see things clearly. I mean, it seems like in the afterlife, it seems to be that they know, or they're able to see your perspective and their perspectives clearly. So then they're able to understand you completely and understand why, you made certain decisions. Sleepless in Seattle. See, I thought about that too, but that's not something we will. That's something that resonates. But oh gosh, that really like made my. I mean, seriously, that. Thank you so much. Like that was really awesome. I'm gonna download that if you don't mind. I use for anybody who is curious because I know I had a hard time finding a program that was actually work good to download YouTube videos, even though it's against YouTube policies. Okay. And I don't advise you to do it. Actually, do not do it. But the way people do it, I hear, or the best way I guess these people do it is they use an app or it's called Clip Grab, and it works really good. I remember my friend anyways, I remember when I had the hardest time, like when I would try to finding something that would download YouTube videos. and you'd have to use these sites on there, and then they make you click a million things, and there'd be 5 million pop-ups, and it's like some of them would put viruses on your computer. And this is one that can be used consistently. Why isn't this? Oh shit, that's the wrong link. Oh my God. Seriously? Copied my StreamYard link instead of Electronic Mediums link. Yeah, mine's called Clip Grab. Let me see. I should probably, do I have a gym? Oh. I hope this is, I'm afraid to look at the stuff that I have in his folder. You know how I have a folder for everything? It looks like I have a bunch of some stuff saved under his name in my Dropbox. I'm trying to remember if they were for a protective order or something. It just makes me sad that we went through that at the end, but I'm happy that like that video, like seriously was very healing to me. I mean, I can't even tell you how, I mean, if that was not real, like, I don't know how. I mean, it's just, it's too coincidental. There's no way it could be a coincidence. Like all those things being spot on, like nothing was except the Seattle thing. But I'm going to look at this, or I'm going to listen again. Not again tonight because I can't handle it. I'll start bawling again. Okay. I need a break because that was really emotional. I don't think I've ever been that like oh my gosh. I have got like been so happy before that I start. Oh yeah. One time my dad handed me a $2,500 check, and I out of nowhere just as a gift. Actually, he's done that a couple times. Okay. And over the years, and he's done it twice, and I think both times were $2,500, and they just had gift on the memo and said, "I'm proud of you." Very very sweet. Like, but anyways, never mind. Okay, Jim. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. You guys, I'm afraid to go look for that ring because I'm afraid I'm going to find it by the window, and I think I'm going to have a panic attack, I think, if I find it. I don't think I should go look because I feel like it's going to be there. Isn't that funny? I'm so scared that I'm going to find it by the window. I mean, I'll be so happy. I'll be able to handle better at like tomorrow or something, but I'm afraid like if I found it like right now, like I don't know, I might fall over, like legit. I might pass out. I don't know which window. I was trying to think here, like which window it would be. I would think the window that it would be in the bathroom or my bedroom. There's a window, but the window in my bedroom is like covered with plastic. I've never taken it off. Like, I guess I don't know, it's to try to keep cold air coming in, I guess. I don't know. I just have it covered with curtains. But so I'm guessing if he means by the window, I'm thinking probably on the floor by the window. That is so crazy. And soap? That is so weird. Dude, if I find it in that box of my, you know how, I don't know if some of you might remember, I sometimes I'll coupon if I'm bored and have the time, but because it's very time consuming. When I mean coupon, I'll coupon on CVS site because you can purchase online on CVS and just use their coupons on their website and really get some really, really good deals. Like you can't like, you have to purchase what's on what they have coupons for. But anyways, a lot of times there's always like, your essentials, like your soap, your shampoos, and stuff like that. So, if you're not if you're not a picky person, then it would probably be something you would be into. But if you're picky, you definitely wouldn't be into couponing because you can't be picky because it's what's there's coupons for. But underneath my bathroom sink, I have a box, and a small box that I have of like body washes and things. So if I were to, like when I heard soap, it immediately made me think that and to look in that box. I don't know how it would get there, but I don't know. I mean, wallet, I know. Let me go look in my wallet and my other purse. I haven't used my Coach purse. Like, I don't use purses. I like the little wristlet things. But I do have a Coach purse that my sister got me for Christmas a few years ago. And there's a little Coach like zip up thing. I don't see how it would be in there because I haven't used that purse. It seems like years. Haven't found it yet. That is the window thing, though. That to me seemed. I feel like I don't think it's in this purse because if it was. Sorry if you can't hear me very well, guys. Just give me 1 second. It's electronic medium's fault. Yeah, I don't think it's. I did find a ring, but it's not the ring. It might be probably a ring I got from them though. So that's good. Just, I can pick this up later. That was seriously incredible, guys. Like, really. I'm not. There's no way that was fake. Nobody can say that whole thing was fake. If there's no way anybody could fake that. That would be a definitely an award winner. If somebody could, if I could fake that whole reaction, I have never experienced something like that. That was incredible. I mean, seriously. I've had like I've had like things that I thought were I've had experiences, a few times like sorry, where I thought it was a little crazy. I thought I was like, a little shocked, but man, never something like that was so like powerful. So, I mean, I don't know how whatever method you're using is definitely like you you know what you're doing, because that's crazy. You did a video after this one? Oh gosh, I don't know if I could take any more. Is but it's not about Jim, right? I mean, I want to watch it, but we'd have to break it up because, well, no, I don't know if I could wait if there was this one right here. Um, yes, Jim was tall. Oh my God, did he say look up? Don't tell me he said look up. Did he really? Did he really? I don't remember if it said I don't if he said look up, that's significant to me because he could have. Yes, he would hide things, like, just if he was vindictive, so he would hide things if he was mad. Yeah, he would, like, for instance, I mean, he used to be really bad about it. He got better. He got better, but he used to be a complete. I mean, it was absolutely bad. It was real bad at one time, and I can't lie. As much as I love him and stuff, I mean, it's true. You know, he was highly vindictive. If you hurt him, it came out. It was shown in anger. That's just how he dealt with it. Now he won't. He doesn't physically hurt me or anybody. Well, I can't say anybody because one time he punched somebody because this guy like was yelling at him at his window, and me and him had just gotten this horrible argument, and he drove to Speedway and he was just raging mad. This guy like started in with him, and Jim's a big guy. I mean, you do not want to be hit by freaking Jim. His arms are like crazy. Okay, very solid arms. I mean, he he was I think he had lost 40 pounds. I mean, he said that he had lost 40 pounds. Um, he had dealt with like, up and down with his weight um the whole time. And that contributed to his health. Um, so looking up, I kept getting that on, how I said I was playing with that app that had words? It kept saying higher, higher. So when somebody said in chat that you heard look up or something like that, that made me think. I'm like, oh my God, that app was saying that too. And like, I looked everywhere for my wedding rings. They were right where I'd been looking. Okay. Yeah, I know. But I always put them in. I never have.
Sorry.
I have never lost that ring before. And of course, I lose it now. I have never, I've had it for at least 7 years. It is an engagement ring. But you know, we never we talked about getting married, but it didn't make sense for, you know, for insurance reasons and stuff like that. And you know, I just have never been like the one to care. That's yeah, I've just never been the one to care, but I mean, it does cause issues as far as if you really care about having the material items. I've never been really one that cares about that stuff. I just truly don't. I don't. Be nice. It'd be nice to have, you know, be on the life insurance policy or whatever and get a little bit, but it's not, I don't, I seriously, I really, if as my bills are paid and stuff and I'm have money coming in from, you know, YouTube and resell or whatever, then I'm fine. Yes. He was he skeptical of Jason? Yeah, he thought like trust wise, would he have hidden it? Hidden what? His feelings about Jason? No way would he hide it. He did not like Jason. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I ever hang out with Jason again, like, if I ever were to again for whatever reason, okay, I just know he would freaking. I don't even know if I'd be scared. Like, seriously, he would probably like scare the shit out of Jason or something. I swear. He probably would try to freak me out too, because he'd be like, he didn't like him. He said that he felt like Jason was using me because he said he reminds me of myself when I was younger. But I'm like, they're nothing alike. It's like for him to say he reminds him of himself, though, that's what kind of threw me off, because I was like, okay, now you just try, you know, obviously he didn't want me with him because duh. It didn't matter who it was gonna. He didn't want to know. I felt at the time though when he was saying this stuff, it was like no matter who it was, he was gonna say these things. So I couldn't really put any weight into anything he was saying, because Jim is the type to not put any, you know, not he's so laid back and stuff. He doesn't, you know, he doesn't like put in a fight to like, you know, he doesn't really. How do I put this? He like a lot of times when it was too late, he would do things when it was too late. Like a lot of times, like for instance, when I broke up with him, all of a sudden, you know, now it's just like too late, and now he wants to do all the things that, you know, or now he wants to fix all the things that were bothering me, you know? And it's like, why did it even have to get to this point? You know, I mean, but that was just one of his personality traits. Like, that's just how he was. He was very prideful. But he also had, oh my gosh, like, he also was a very just cool person, just laid back, just slow to anger, jolly, jovial, happy, silly, young at heart. He was very immature compared. Like, I felt it was weird because there was times. I mean, obviously there is areas in that I'm very immature in, but I'm very mature in other areas. Okay, especially compared to James. And I sometimes when I'm being silly, I call him James. Okay. So I didn't ever really seriously call him James. Only when I was sleepy. We were like, hey, James. Or, you know, just being silly like, you know, James Ellis. You know? Just we didn't call him James. His son was James, you know? That's who we call, well, some people call his son Jimmy, but yeah, he was. So like his positives were definitely outweighed, like, you know, those negatives. And I don't like to focus on the negatives, but I also, it's important for me to still remain realistic. You know what I mean? Just remember how things actually, I mean, remember the good times. Don't focus on all the, you know, all those bad times, but like if it does come up in your thoughts, just remember, you know, it wasn't just me. It was, you know, Jim definitely had a role, a big role. Okay. But sometimes your mind can play tricks on you. No, I don't. He might. Yeah, I mean, I have several of his shirts like around here, but you know, because sometimes I'd grab one of his t-shirts. I didn't used to do that because until he started, because when I first met Jim, he was smoking inside his place. Oh my God, I could not handle it. It was so bad, guys. He smoked so bad. Poor thing, man. Just so stubborn. Too stubborn for his own good. But it sounds like from that video of electronic mediums, it's crazy. It's just like, it's like he knows everything, that it's like everything now, it's like he understands me completely now, you know, in a way that he could have never in the physical form. And that's just incredible. All right, let's watch this real quick because I do have to go. Because I'm going to try to, I need to get up. I need to get a car. So I'm going to try to go to sleep at a decent time. I probably won't be going over that Facebook message today. I mean, maybe if we're bored someday we might, but we need to get back to what the channel is about. Really, like, and I will soon. I would say definitely by the beginning of next week. Okay. Because that's my goal. Because at the very latest. Because, you know, I was on a good roll. This is a little bit, I mean, and this, I give myself an exception. Okay. But, just because of the circumstances. But I'm only giving myself until Monday. I know I heard about Dolly getting arrested. Jane, were you not here? Oh my God. It was the most incredible thing I've ever experienced in my life. Seriously, I'm not even joking. I am still shaking by it. I can't even, this is like crazy. All right. I'm going to watch this.
Hater, this is not for you. Skeptic, this is for you. Spirits can see us. And how do I know? I've proven it time and time again. Here's just another example. Let's go over it. This is called critical thinking, scientific thinking. So if you don't already know me, my name is Judy, and I wanted to share this message that I got late one night on Facebook Messenger from a lady named Karen. She wanted me to do a spirit box session reaching out to her fiance, Jerry, and her dad. Karen believes that both her dad and her fiance may have been murdered, and of course I wanted to help her. You can see the entire video if you're a member on my channel. It's under the videos in the members only section. but I do want to share a clip out of that video here for you. So for this particular session, I was using a PSB7 Spirit Box, which is just an AM/FM radio that scans through the stations at a high rate of speed. And without further ado, let me show you the clip.
Thought I heard you say she's home. Well, that's a good question, Jerry or Ernest. If you can see Karen right now, can you tell us something that's in the room with Karen? Can you describe something that is in the room with Karen right now?
As you can see, I immediately messaged Karen and said, "Are you or were you in the bedroom right now or a few minutes ago?" Her answer, yes. Let's continue. So as you can see, I messaged her again. "Please tell me you don't have a red shirt on." She says, yes. We both have big eye faces. She sends me a pic of her in a red t-shirt. And again, this is not for the haters who continually try to bash my head in, but this is for the skeptics that are curious about how this works. And I would encourage you to try it yourself.
You know, I wrote down a couple of things because I didn't want to forget to tell Electronic Medium before I go. But you like made me a believer in those, like, I mean, especially the devices you're using or whatever method. I mean, because I've never been one. I used to be very curious in the paranormal. Okay. I kind of like fell out of it because then I started to get kind of scared. I would go back and forth. It's so fascinating to me. But sometimes I'd get scared, that it was evil or something or whatever. Because it's the unknown, and it's like, whatever. But at one time, Jim owned a nursing home, okay? He was part owner of a nursing home, and it was shut down. And he had it for several years. And I have the biggest smile on my face because it's so funny that he passed on Halloween, guys. I'm telling you, it's very significant. This is all so freaking crazy. And oh my gosh, how he died and everything. It's unreal. It was like it was meant to happen. That's why I can't be mad at I sometimes occasionally feel guilt, but then it's just like quickly goes away because I'm just so happy about the circumstances, everything, because it was so serendipitous, is that the word? Or just so, I don't even know how to explain it. Like so meant to be, everything. I need to find what his time of death was, for sure. For sure. Because that might be significant too. I didn't pay much. I know it was after 6 p.m. Eastern time. I'm trying to think. I bet there is a significance because it's so weird with the Halloween. There's because he used to give me so much shit about the ghost stuff, guys. I'm telling you, that's why I knew. I always knew I always joked with him. I'm like, I know if you pass, you're gonna be like haunting me. I mean, I knew it, and so that's what makes it. It's just like so validating and like, oh my god, like I knew it. Like my intuition's right. Oh my god, this is crazy. It's incredible. Yeah, mind blowing. Just, oh my God. So you made me a believer. I mean, and whatever method you're using, anyways. I mean, I know there's a lot of like people who fake that stuff and manipulate it to try to just get content or whatever. But there was no way I mean, that was, I mean, the stuff, everything that was said meant something, especially that second device. I felt like that second device, I like that one even. I mean, I felt that one really resonated with me, like incredibly. It was like he was talking to me. I started like responding to him. But the first one was incredible also. Like it was spot on also. But it was like, I don't know, for some reason, I mean, I don't know why the second part was so much, so even more powerful. I can't explain it. Well, I maybe when I listen to it again, I'll be able to tell you why, but because the whole thing was mind blowing, really. But at the beginning, I'm like, it's like, okay, like, one or two like things that seem like, oh, okay, that sounds, yeah, that could, that sounds like him, and then you keep hearing things and it's like, oh my God, that language and everything, that's him. I mean, it doesn't sound like him. I didn't hear his voice, I don't think. I'll listen again. He has a very deep voice. But the voices, obviously, it was like, yeah, I guess they just manipulate those radio somehow to say what they want to say. And sometimes it might be a woman's voice, or it might be a man's voice, or even it might sound like a kid's voice, but I guess it's to say, actually, it's coming from, I don't know. The stuff being said was like it was coming from Jim. I don't even know how to explain it. I know that electronic medium has I think it down to a science. I mean, you've definitely got that, like, I can attest that I would never ever say that for sure, but I'm 100. I'm like, I've never seen a spirit, one of those spirit box things. Those were never my favorite devices to use when I used to do that type of stuff a lot. And I just downloaded some. I took that necrophonic one off my phone though, because it looks like a devil star. So it made me uncomfortable. I paid $10 for that one that you told me that you use. I think it was electronic medium, necrophonic or whatever. And I downloaded, I paid $10 for it. And then I saw the star. My daughter pointed out, she's like, you have the devil star on your phone. I'm like, no, I don't. I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, that does kind of look like satanic. And I was like, I have to delete that. It made me uncomfortable. So I went to $10. But I think I have used that before. You sounds like cats meowing on a loop. Yeah, Seattle could have been taken for another word. That's why I'm going to listen to it, because there's probably going to be. I'm guessing there's a few things I'll hear, and I'll have another like freaking a panic attack because. But I don't know. Maybe I won't hear anymore because it seems so clear to me, like all of it. It was just so clear to me. It wasn't like I was trying hard to try to decide what was being said. I mean, it was clear to me, like pretty much all of them, all the words that she was putting on the screen was clearly what was being said. It wasn't like, oh, maybe, or, because a lot of times you get this, it maybe with Spirit Box, but whatever method she's using, and there's like, they have all these dials and stuff and functions too. And So that's important to have on your phone. Yeah, I took it off when I saw the Devil Star or whatever it was. Second one on your phone. That was the second one on your video. Necrophonic. Devil Stars in the other direction. Was it the necrophonic? Yeah, but you put it through. So you just put it through a speaker? Is that all you did? Electronic medium for the necrophonic on that second part of your video? That's crazy. Because I ran it for a second. I didn't think I felt or heard anything, but like just for a second though, I kind of this. Well, for one, Caitlin heard the sound and it was scaring her, and I understand why it does. I don't know why they have to make it sound so scary. There's got to be a way they can fix that, change it. But this, some of these apps make them sound so creepy. So that's all you use is a speaker. So what do you use? Like, what settings do you use on Necrophonic? Do you use like because I noticed there was echo, reverb. I think it's like echo, reverb, and white noise. Do you turn all those on? And like at what setting? Josh, hope you're not. Don't use echo or reverb. It's not so scary. Yeah, but I do like I was liking the echo on it because it gave me another chance to hear the word if I didn't, but I don't know how to tell the difference in the star symbols. If it's not satanic, then I'm cool with it. And I'm sorry if that's your religion, but no offense. I seriously, but that's just, yeah. We won't get into a talk on religion, okay? I just don't want it on my phone. If it is anything like that. Just start, let it go for 5 seconds and pause it. Do you ever notice? Oh, so do most of the times you not know what they're saying until you replay it? Or do you usually understand them or understand what's being said at the time? Because I do notice that sometimes, like in your videos, you'll, like where you do that, you'll ask a question, you'll be paused, you'll ask a question, and then you'll start, the app, and then you'll pause again, and you won't respond. And it's like sometimes you don't realize what was being said. The way you record it, is it with the Necrophonic app, or do you have to use something external from that? That was so cool, guys. Seriously. Wow. Electronic medium is going to have so many people hitting her up now. Like, watch. You should start charging. No, I don't think like that. I mean, seriously, you have to make money some way. I mean, and time is money, honestly. I mean, people don't get it. Like a lot of times when I hear people say, oh, especially that lady last night who sent that message that, oh, about YouTubers and making money and stuff. I don't agree with that at all because you guys, your time is worth money, and if people are wanting you to come on and hang out or research with them and stuff and it's taking most of your day, you have to make money or you wouldn't be able to do it. Like it's not really a choice of whether they want to or not. It's like necessity. And a lot of people have no problem. The people that support that creator have no problem. They want the creator to keep coming on, so they have no problem sending $5 every once in a while or something if they can. I don't want anybody to put themselves in financial bind ever. Please never do that. You use your camera to record sounds? You have to go back and listen, Christy? Yeah, I guess that's true. You don't. Breeze, you don't know. It might be freaking. It might be life changing for you. I mean, that was incredible, and that's funny because somebody, the Jab. I don't know. I hope she's okay with me saying this. I apologize if she didn't want me to tell anybody, but she's scheduling an appointment with a medium that she said changed her life. She said it was so incredible, and it was unreal. And so, and she was gifting me that. I thought that was really. I cried because I thought that was really sweet. That's one of the times I did cry for that because I was happy because I was thought that was sweet. And then for electronic medium to do that, it's basically it's similar because it's communication with them. It's just it just makes you feel a little bit better. It gives you just enough reassurance to know it's going to be okay, and to know that there's something beyond, and know that he's not gone forever. Just your phone with the option. She said what in chat? Man, you guys have seen me you've seen me in rare form these last few days. That's for sure. That is for sure. But today was incredible. No way I'm gonna delete this video. So, this is one I'll have to watch again in the future because that was just amazing. Seriously. All right, guys, but I'm gonna go. I'm actually a little bit hungry, which is, like I said, that's a good sign. I haven't been able to eat today. Except, when I was on that's kind of not true because when my todays are different than your guys's. Okay. Last time I was live before this was actually technically, no, it wasn't today because now it's, God, I'm so why do I always have to be so such a stickler about always telling things exactly correct? And it has nothing to do with YouTube either. I've always been like that. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, Aurora. Oh, Sassy, you've got to rewind. This is definitely one for the books. This one's definitely, I'm going to change the title because it's a must see. So, I want to keep it short so people watch it. But I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Adios. Thank you so much, Electronic Medium. That was so great. All right. Ta-ta.